Just left the studio, been working. 7 Reasons, going to be out in the morning. Did my review for Stretford Paddock. And now we're getting back to the car before we head home. And I gotta say, I'm absolutely delighted today. Absolutely delighted. Now, if you watched that watch along, you will already know that I was a mess during that game. An absolute state. I was all over the place. I was disappointed with the performance from Manchester United. Disappointed with the likes of Bruno, Cavani, Rashford, Greenwood, who started, Martial, who came on. Disappointed with all of them because they didn't really put the shift in that you come to expect from Manchester United players. They didn't put a shift in that you come to expect when we're trying to get points, which are important points to move up that table and hopefully challenge for a league title. And then we come to a game at home and we just look so toothless. We just looked so lackadaisical. We just looked so tired. It was a tired performance from Manchester United. Now you can understand that. You can understand why it would be a tired performance when you've obviously got the festive fixture list, which is remarkable, which is so many fixtures piled up on top of each other. Couple days rest in between each fixture. You can totally understand why there would be some fatigue in there. But I felt like that could have been avoided by giving a rest to Bruno Fernandes, maybe for the Everton game, maybe for the Cup game, giving a rest to Marcus Rashford somewhere. I genuinely felt that could have helped today's performance by doing that. Maybe you even leave Marcus Rashford on the bench, start Anthony Martial on the left, who's not been in very good form this season, but he's played less football, he's more fresh, and whilst he hasn't scored many goals recently, his performance levels have increased and got better. So I didn't get why we hadn't given them a rest earlier on. And I think it was clearly reflected in their performances that we saw as well, from Marcus Rashford and from Bruno Fernandes. But eventually, we got the win. So that's all that matters, is the result, is the 3 points, is the win. A little bit of luck to get it as well. But what a performance. Sorry, what a result it was in the end. Because it was one we really needed. And now we go into this new year, second in the league. Second in the league at New Year. Who would have expected that? Who would have expected that? Because I wouldn't have. That is for sure. Now, you lot are going to have to stay with me while I get the old de-icer out. And all that jazz. Where is the de-icer? We don't know. We got to get the de-icer out. These are the troubles that we have when we are on the road with Adam McKola. Now, it's usually that I'm coming out of a stadium at like Bournemouth or, you know, where else are the crazy places that we go. Where did I go last year? Bournemouth, Southampton, Swansea, Cardiff, all those kind of places. So we're de-icing at a minute and we're talking about Man United. That goal was such a lucky goal. Not lucky. Well, it was lucky. It was a lot of luck involved. But how many times over the last year have you seen Liverpool have a little bit of luck like that? Now, they create their own luck because they're a very good team. But how many times have we seen it? We've seen it loads of times. So you make your own luck in the end. You definitely do. Just getting that de-ice on. The de-ice on. Shaw or Tellez, says someone. I thought Shaw did well when he come on today. I'm not convinced with Alex Tellez's defensive abilities. I think he leaves a lot to be desired in that aspect. But I am a fan of his going forward. And I do think in the modern game you have to have fullbacks who are adept at going forward. And Alex Tellez is that. But I do think Luke Shaw, whilst Luke Shaw has his issues and has his problems defensively, I do think Luke Shaw is a little bit better defensively as well. But he still has his issues, we know that. Oh man, so delighted. It feels so good when United win, doesn't it? It feels so good when United win. Oh, so good. If it's not Liverpool, it has to be us, surely, says Sam Pratt. And I agree, we have to keep it going. If Liverpool don't win the title, we have to be there or thereabouts. Liverpool are still massive favourites
for this league title. I think we can all safely say that. But if they don't win it, or, you know, we need to be the closest challengers to them, because we can't be allowing them a free run at this league title. We just can't. Jerome T. Green with the super chat. Feel free to get your super chats in. Says Eric Bailly is fast, strong, and commanding. And the best part about him, he is an absolute nutter. AWB really struggling going forward. Moves keep breaking down on his side. Guys are starting to look reluctant to even pass to him now, says Andy. And I agree with you in the sense that, you know, I think opposition also give Aaron Wan-Bissaka a little bit of space, a little bit of time to almost make a mistake or give them the ball back. Now, he could capitalize on that by working on things, getting better, getting a bit more ruthless, you know, having a little bit more cutting edge. He could definitely do that, but it's clear that they do give him a little bit of extra time, extra space, and just know, like, they don't really pay him any respect, which is a shame, because he's a very good defensive right back. And I think people have to stop, like, let's not be silly here. Right backs are there to defend. Now, we know in the modern game, fullbacks have to get forward, they have to provide, they have to, you know, help you going forward. But you also have three midfielders and three attackers, or four, like whatever the formation is, that have that job to do as well. So as long as you're defensive, you're doing your job. But going forward, and for a team like Manchester United, who spend a lot of their time on the front foot, who spend a lot of time pushing forward, we need to be, you know, having fullbacks that are going to do more. Now, Dan's saying Martial poor again, offers enough. Martial wasn't the reason it was 0-0 when he came on today, was he? And I do think I saw people complaining at halftime about Pogba, and I was thinking, wait, what's, like, this ain't Pogba's fault. Like, those are the two that everyone goes to with it. Look, Martial's had a bad time recently, but he weren't the reason why it was 0-0 today, up until the last minute. And I also think all strikers go through them patches. More often than not, Anthony Martial has been very good for us. So I'm not overly worried by his dry patch in front of goal. He'll come good and he'll get those performances back together again. And he'll be flying again. I also think we missed him in the first half today. Someone and a number 9 that will hold the ball up there. I think Edinson Cavani's finishing and movement are great. And his movement in terms of progressively is better than Anthony Martial's. But I also think that when he is looking for those gaps, when he's looking for the holes, when he's moving around and getting around, you're also missing someone then that will hold the ball up. And that's why maybe today it kept coming back. It wasn't sticking because we never had someone there. So I wouldn't mind seeing Martial, Cavani maybe in a 2 with a diamond behind them. And then you rest Marcus Rashford maybe. But again, Marcus Rashford's like Bruno. They don't want to be rested. The United man, yes, brother Shane, how you doing? He's got a super chat and he says, big up Mac, AWB, Bailly, Maguire, Tellez. That is the defence we should be moving forward with. That being said, can you see us really buying a centre-back? I'm not too sure. Not too sure whether we'll buy a centre-back. David says, sign Rafinha, right wing in January, 24, great pace with the super chat. Thank you for all your super chats. As for Shane's super chat in regards to, is that the defence? Can I see us buying a centre-back? There's been rumours about us going back in for Dale Upamecano. Now, whether we do or not, I'm not too sure. Obviously, we stuck 5 past him in the Champions League before we got knocked out. So whether we still go in for him remains to be seen. But I do think, you know, Dale Upamecano is the kind of player we should be in the market for. Now, the problem for you, Ollie, is do you commit to that? Because obviously, we all like Axel Tuanzebe. We all like Eric Bailly. We all know that they've got talent. But are they available all the time? Are they always here? Like, that's another question. So you're left in this predicament of, yes, Eric Bailly is very good, but he's also very injured. So what does that mean for us as a team? Can we rely on someone that's always going to be injured? I don't think we can. So that's when the board start them thinking, do we invest in someone? Axel Tuanzebe, again, the same. I think Axel Tuanzebe is very good. I think he's incredibly talented. I think he has a bright future. But can we rely on him? I think he deserves a little bit of a chance, but, you know, there's question marks there. And that's the thing, there's question marks with all of our defenders. Harry Maguire, Victor Lindelof, I include them in that. Eric Bailly, I include him in that. You know, Axel Tuanzebe, I include him in that. question marks over all of them. So while we all think that we should maybe be, investing in a defender, like, you're caught in this catch-22 situation where you might have the answer already in your cards, but United have kind of kept hoping players would come through and turn good and haven't turned good. So maybe we just need to be more ruthless. Fergus says, love it when Mac is happy. Bailly and Matic were great and got the best out of Maguire, but AWB stifled so many attacks in my opinion. Thank you for the super chat, Fergus, and I agree with you as well. I definitely agree with you. I do feel Wan-Bissaka does stifle some of the attacks, unfortunately, hence why some of the opposition give him a little bit more time, a little bit more space. But at the same time, I do think defensively in some games, like we saw him against Raheem Sterling, we saw him against various teams, that he is the one there that you should be playing. So yeah, I like him, to be honest, and I'm not rushing to judge him too soon, because I think he's a talented player, and I think, as long as you're good defensively, then what's the problem? Do you know what I mean? How good does it feel to be 2 points off the top? Good stuff. We're used to being at the top and we want to get back to the top, but we're 2 points off the top, level on points with Liverpool, level on games with Liverpool now. Obviously, they got Newcastle tomorrow in this game week, so our game in hand hasn't been played yet. It'd be great if Stevie Bruce could do us a favour, wouldn't it? Imagine Stevie Bruce does us a favour, helps us. Let's get that out of our head. Liverpool are winning tomorrow. Liverpool are winning tomorrow. They must be fuming though. I hate that. When West Brom or someone like that comes to Old Trafford, grabs a point, and next game gets their pants pulled down. We've seen that today, man. We've seen that today. Nice one, Manu Tonyi. I appreciate your support. But yeah, man, Man United win today. I am absolutely buzzing. Even though the performance wasn't the best, even though, we expect more from Man United in this period of time when the fixtures are like this. That's all you want to see. And yeah, 3 points were massive. We got Aston Villa next now on Friday. Another big game coming up. We'll probably go into that one with a McTominay and Fred midfield, and see what happens. But looking forward to it, and hopefully we can put in a better performance. Dubs, my boy, straight up D in the comments. I'm not seeing any of his comments. Shout out D. Hope D's doing well. I need to link up with that boy as well and get some content made, which we will do soon. Also got to link up with Tracksuit Pundits, Head Movement TV, Hala Malatala, and get some content done with them boys as well. Absolutely missing the gang. So busy around this Christmas fixtures and festive fixture list though, because games every 2 days. I'm on the motorway every other day. Back on the motorway tomorrow. Got to go to London for the Newcastle Fulham game. Obviously, all COVID safe and that. We're allowed to do it because we're working, despite the new regulations, and we got to undergo temperature tests and all that. But yeah, man, so happy, so happy. Did someone say 21 is coming? Happy New Year, everyone. Thank you very much for supporting Adam McKola TV as well throughout this year. I've appreciated your support more than you really know. I know towards the back end of the year, I've been focusing on Stretford Paddock. This channel's taken a little bit of a dip, but the new year is going to be massive for us. We're going to hit 100k. We're going to keep growing. I've got more content planned. I'm changing the way I do things as well, so that there's not so much clashes with what I'm doing on Stretford Paddock. And we're going to make sure that, this is well looked after and we've got more things going. The trip for me to from Birmingham to London is 2 hours and a bit. But yeah, man, boys, girls, ladies, gentlemen, Reds, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, is what I'm about to say. Thank you very much for tuning in. Ramil, I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate every single one of you. 21 is coming. Adam McKola's out of here.